Hello YouTubers. Just wanted to make a little video about the Kangertech Subtank Plus, which is the big tank that I've been using on my Camry Legend V or Camry Legend 5. It's a video I wanted to make for quite a while now, but just never found the time really to get around and do videos. But most of the videos that you see about the Subtank Plus comes from the perspective of somebody who's just bought one, a box opening, or somebody that shows you how to do the rebuildable coils, because it comes with an OCC coil which is pre-made. Just one moment. An OCC coil which is pre-made, or the rebuildable, which I'm using at the moment. I wanted to make a different video. I wanted to make one on the perspective of somebody who's been using one for a while, and I have been using this for, well, I've had it well over 12 months now. And my overall opinion is don't touch it with a barge pole. The reason I'd say don't touch it is because it leaks. It leaks like a leaky roof. Can you see the oil that's all around the airflow? It's leaked down into the gap that's between the mod and the actual tank. It runs all down. You can see it's leaked there. It runs all down. There we go. See that big drip of oil there? It leaks all down there. You're constantly carrying tissues around, which I haven't got a tissue. Have to use a duster. That's not very good. Leaks oil everywhere. Clothes get covered in juice, and it's oil, so it can mark your clothes permanently. And people I know that have got different tanks and that don't have this issue at all. With this particular tank, I mean, I went back to the people I bought it from and said, you know, I've got an issue with leaking, you know, what's causing it, why is it happening? They say, well, it's not normally an issue, so perhaps you're just unlucky or some reason, but no. And when you think that the overall idea of having a Subtank Plus is that you have this massive tank which you can get, you know, a third of a big bottle of juice in there. I buy bottles, I think 30ml bottles at a time, and they're not cheap, you know. Anything 10 to 15 pounds for a big 30ml bottle of, look at it go, look at it go. See the juice? Here we go. Yeah, big 30ml bottle of juice, and you can put a third of a tank in there, and the idea is then that you can carry it round with you all day, perhaps even for a couple of 3 days, and you're not going to have to refill it. But the truth of the matter is, you get that you don't want to put that much juice in it. You only want to, you go around just putting a bit in, because you know how much is going to leak, and you're frightened of it leaking everywhere. So you don't want to put too much in, and that defeats the object. There's no point in having a huge tank if for the 3 or 4 days after you've filled it, it's just leaking everywhere. Also, oh hello, what's this now? It's saying check atomizer, and I think the reason it's saying that is because, probably because of the electrical connection. There's probably now oil that's leaked in there, and it's between the electrical connection of the tank and the mod. No, it doesn't want to fire now because there's oil all inside probably. It's not good. It's not good. I normally carry, I've got a handy little pocket in my jacket here, which I can sort of fit the velcro around and I can walk around, and this jacket, all inside here, you can smell oil, which is, it smells nice, but do you want to have a jacket that's covered in oil? That's not even going to work at the moment because it's probably shorting out. There we go. And I've had some dry burns with them as well, with both the OCC and this. I thought with the rebuildable, perhaps I'd not done it very well, but you know, I hadn't built the core, perhaps I hadn't set up the cotton very well, but the same happens with the OCC. Even though I've filled it, wetted the cotton, left it for a good 10-15 minutes to soak in, and occasionally still get that dry hit, that dry burn. And as far as taste goes, I mean, at the moment this is burning okay, and I've got oil on my trousers. See, it's just a nuisance. I'm getting decent taste with this, but my brother-in-law, who introduced me to vaping, he's got a much smaller, cheaper, different make of tank that he got from the vape shop, with a big new square box mod, nice little setup, and it just gives a much better taste without any leaks at all. So for me, I think if I was to get another vape, I'm not like, I mean, he buys a different vape every fortnight or so. He's obsessed. He's always selling the last one he had and buying a new one. And a fortnight later, I've sold that, I've got a new one, look at this. So he knows his stuff. And he just scratches his head in disbelief when he sees how much this tank leaks. And he just says, well, it must be the make, there's nothing wrong, he's checked all around. Let's see if I open this fully up. Now that's fully open. And again, where there should be nice air holes, it's not too bad at the moment, but that will fill up and block, and there'll just be oil in there. Sometimes I find as a habit that I'm just vaping away, because at the back of my mind I'm thinking, if I don't keep vaping, keeping that airflow clear, sucking and drawing the juice up towards the wick, gravity's just going to keep pulling it down, it's just going to keep flooding. So the whole concept then, to sum up, the whole concept of having a big tank that you can then fill up, and I think I bought it mainly for aesthetics because I thought it would go well with the whole setup, which it does, it looks good, but I'm going to have to look for a different tank, I think, because it's just been problem after problem with this. Flooding, leaking everywhere, causing a mess. See, now I'm into pipes as well. I love pipe tobacco and stuff like that, and I would never be convinced, I like vaping and like smoking pipes, I would never be convinced to stop smoking a pipe because of vapes, because, well, one, it does a completely different kind of thing anyway, but the main thing is that I got vapes as a convenience, because if I'm at work and I light up a pipe and then suddenly get called away, I have to put down a pipe that's still hot, find somewhere safe to put it so it doesn't cause any fire or damage. I've got to put it somewhere safe, leave it, and I don't really want to put it in a locker because that's not too safe. If I leave it out, will it be there when I get back? So I thought that with vapes, it would just be able to use it, and then if I get a sudden call to go away, I can just stick it in my pocket, it's going to be okay. But I can't do that because it's going to leak everywhere. I was seeing then if I could get a dry burn. And I get a lot of comments from people. They see it, they say it looks good. I had a guy stopped me yesterday and asked me, is that a cigar vape? Well, no, it's just a wooden mod that I've got. But people see the tank and they go, wow, that's a big tank, that holds a lot of juice. And that's why people buy this. I think they're drawn into the fact that with a big tank like that, they can fill it and forget it. You can't. You fill it and it's a nuisance. You put a bit in, it's all right for a bit, but eventually, and I'm constantly, every time I change a thing, I'm constantly cleaning it all through, drying it thoroughly, and it's okay for the first maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then eventually that juice gets through, and once that trickle of juice has found its way through, the rest just keeps flowing through and flowing through and flowing through. And as you say, you leave it for a few minutes, you pick it up and it's all sticky with juice. I bet I've lost a fair few pounds worth of juice. Pounds in money, not weight. A fair few pounds of juice that's just ran away, just trickled away. And if I buy juice, I want to use it and taste it. I want to, I want to get a little nicotine hit from it, not pour it down my pocket. Anyway, that's about 12 minutes now that I've been rattling on, and you got the message anyway, that buyer beware. If you're thinking of getting one of these, I know they've been around for a while now. There might be other people that's had them and says, well, I've never had an issue, but I've just got to say as I see, that's what it is and that's what it is. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.